Welcome. My name is Coach Devender, and welcome to this overview, this introduction to the Power Circle Productivity Experience. And my hope, my intention with this short presentation is to give you an idea of some of the background philosophy behind what the Power Circle is all about, and then also describe to you the structure of the program uh, to give you an idea of whether or not this is something that you may want to look into further in terms of helping you create a quantum change, a quantum leap forward in the results you want to create in your business. So, it's called the Power Circle Productivity Experience for a very specific reason. It's more than just a coaching program. It's more than just a training or a course. It really is about bringing together the best elements of learning and coaching to help you develop the knowledge and the skills and apply them right away in your business. This is not something to just absorb and then forget. My hope for you is that you will get some real tools here that you'll apply right away to see results, to see a change in your business as you go through the program. So let me give you a bit of a background of why the Power Circle Productivity Experience. I'm sure you have products, you have a new service that you want to launch, you have something that you want to do different in your business. You want to put in better systems, you want to expand your client base, you want to increase your effectiveness. But it is very easy, especially as a solo entrepreneur, to get so involved in the day-to-day running of your business that you don't build for the future. And it is essential that you build for the future. And so just consider, how would your results be different if you could just take one of these great ideas that you have and turn it into reality? Well, this is what the Power Circle Productivity Experience is all about. It's to help you do just that. The path from dream to done, from an idea to an impact to a result, is a project. Your to-do lists are just going to grow longer and longer and longer until you start organizing them and executing them as projects. Projects are the lifeblood of a business. That's how you move forward in your business. Otherwise, all you're doing is the same thing over and over and over again, and it's very, very difficult to change your results. So projects are the key. I'm a big believer in projects. I was trained as an engineer, as a project manager, and when I moved into coaching, this is about 12 years ago now, I kept that mentality, that project mentality, and teaching it to my clients and also implementing it in my business. And over the years, I've learned and developed ways to sort of customize this approach to projects, really focus it on business. A project is very simple. It's bringing together a goal, a deliverable, a tangible deliverable, within a timeline and a support structure to create results. And here is a picture you're going to get a lot, very, very used to, is this is called the action cycle, going from idea to impact. So we get an idea, we get an intention of something we want to do, and then create a strategy, create a plan, a project plan, a business plan, a marketing plan. So this is the planning stage, and the planning stage is important. But on the other hand, it's important also what you do in your planning stage and what you don't do. And unfortunately, we've developed a lot of bad habits around planning. And this is what I want to help you get rid of in the Power Circle Productivity Experience, to really understand what makes a plan work. And then you go from strategy to execution, from before the plan to after the plan, from in your head into reality. And then you create some kind of impact, some kind of result. And this result feeds back to each of the stages of the action cycle to help you adjust either your execution, either your strategy, or even the original idea, so that you get closer to the impact, the result that you really want. And that's what a good project does. It helps you to move forward from idea into action into results, and then also feedback so you can adjust your plan as you go along. It's not just any idea that can become a project. This concept comes from the book Good to Great by Jim Collins. It's a classic that I really encourage you to read. And the ideas that work best for a project are what are called big, hairy, audacious goals, BHAGs, that you see in the middle here. And what is a BHAG? Well, first, it's something you need to be deeply passionate about. It's an idea that's connected to your mission, your vision, your values, to your aspirations, to your desires, to your passions. This idea has to be something that really gets your energy going, something you believe deeply about. The other aspect of BHAG, it has to be something that you can be the best in the world at. That's specifically what Jim Collins calls it. I call it, it's about maximizing my potential. It really is about creating a result that helps me develop to a new level. That's an idea around which you can create a really, really solid project. And then finally, the third element of a BHAG, it has to drive your economic engine. It has to change your results, create game-changing results. And this is why I talk about making a quantum change, a substantial, discrete, measurable change in your results. Making a quantum change in your result changes your game. And those three elements, you're deeply passionate about your idea, it is something that maximizes your potential, and it's something that changes your game. Those are the three elements of a projectizable idea. And in the Power Circle productivity experience, you're going to refine your idea to really bring out this essence. No matter what you want to do in your to-do list, there are some elements of some really, really cool projects, some wow projects that can change the results in your business. But it does take some coaching and it does take some time to really define it. And if the idea is missing one of these three elements, the project will fall flat. And I'm going to say this again. If your idea, if the start point of your project is missing one of these three elements, your project will fall flat. So if you're asking yourself, why in the past have I started something and I haven't finished, it's probably because it's missing one of these three elements. So we're going to help you find and define those three elements in your idea to make sure it's a project that you can take action on and that will be successful. The purpose of a project plan is to describe the endpoint that you want as precisely, as detailed as possible, and then work back to find a path that can get you there. That's what the planning process is all about. And in this planning process, you have to take into account that you're making certain assumptions and that there are also lots of risks that are unknown. But you draw one path or a couple of paths to your goal, and then you start executing on it. And that's where the feedback loop comes in. That allows to adjust your path as you're moving forward so that you hit your result. If you create a plan that doesn't allow you to prototype your way, to test your way to the next step, that's where your project plan is going to fall down. So these are elements that we'll work on in the Power Circle productivity experience to help you make sure that you create a project plan that works. I really love this quote by Mark Twain, and it's all about how do you manage everything that you want to do. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks to small, manageable tasks, and then starting on the first one. This is a key approach to successful project management. It's about going from milestones to phases and into tasks, into something that you have to deliver over 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and then creating monthly phases, and then breaking them down into weekly, and then daily, and then hourly tasks, and then organizing your time and your resources to execute those tasks. As you start moving forward and you start taking steps, so you execute your tasks one by one, you start building confidence. You start going from crawling to walking, and then you can start running, and then you can complete the marathon. And in the Power Circle Productivity Experience, you're going to learn how to do that, how to break down these great things that you want to do so you can address it one task at a time and make sure each task is complete before moving on to the next. It is about deconnecting from this, from our culture of multitasking that's just destroying our ability to move forward. I think as a society we're living in a kind of an ADD type of world right now, and so it is about relearning your behaviors so that you can focus in the moment on a task, get it done, move to the next. So instead of multitasking, it's more about time slicing. That's a key skill that you will learn in the Power Circle Productivity Experience. The goal is to ship. If you ship, you create results. This concept of shipping is something that I picked up in Seth Godin's recent book called Linchpin. And it all is connected to this concept that I got a long time ago from Peter Senge, the concept of leadership and leadership capital. Leadership capital is the wealth embedded in the ability to effectively translate ideas into real world results. You can have all of the training, you can have all of the knowledge, you can have all of the qualifications in the world, but what will make you the go-to professional in your field, what will make you attract clients who value what you have to offer and who are willing to commit, is your ability to create results. That is worth a lot. That is capital. That is a value. That's why I call it leadership capital, your ability to create real world results. And the way to do that is to really integrate in your everyday way of doing things this project mentality. So you're going to learn what leadership capital is all about and integrate it into the way that you work. And leadership capital has three pillars: foundation, so who I am, what I'm about, my who, what, where, why. So foundation, the ability to initiate and support results, and then skills. So this is your the knowledge and the skills that you have, the competence that you have, allows you to direct and to drive the results that you want to create. And what we're really going to be working a lot on in the Power Circle Productivity Experience are systems, the ability to control and manage results. What I'm finding is the more I become systematized, the easier it is for me to run my business. I don't have to deal with the details. The systems take care of it for me. Just like pilots have checklists, you will develop checklists in your business to make sure you're getting things done and you're moving things forward. I'm a big believer in systems, and you're going to learn how to create systems. Systems don't have to be complicated. Systems do not require a whole bunch of technology. A pen and a paper is all you need. But the important thing is to think in terms of systems. And that's what you're going to be learning. So foundation, skills, and systems. Foundation, you're going to be working on your commitment, your clarity, your confidence, and your courage, this ability to initiate and support results. We're going to be looking at some of your skills and making sure that, especially around project management skills, your projecting skills, you're going to be developing that. And of course, your systems that you're going to be putting in place. You're going to be building something really valuable with your leadership capital, an element of your capital that fits in with your intellectual capital, your financial capital, and all the other capitals in your business. We're going to be talking about monkey minds and black swans. And I put this there because I'm finding that this is the element that comes to bite us in the rear end all the time. Monkey minds is the internal chatter that goes on that can distract us. These, the all of a sudden these beliefs appear and distract us and take and rob us of our courage and of our momentum moving forward. So it's the internal chatter. And that's something we're going to be looking at to reduce that. It can never be eliminated, but it can be reduced in a very significant way. And in a way that doesn't require any kind of magic, that doesn't require any kind of brainwashing. It is rather being aware of the monkey mind, learning the signs of when you're letting your emotions take over, and learning to go beyond that and to connect back to your purpose and to connect back to your intentions and to your dreams to help move you forward. And there's a really neat process that I really look forward to doing with you to to deal with the monkey mind and get it out of the way. The black swans. Black swan, that's a concept I read recently. There's a very interesting book called The Black Swan by Nicholas Taleb. And why black swans? Because back in the Roman times, black swans were very, very rare. And because most swans are white. And so you could not predict when they would happen. And there were all kinds of issues or all kinds of dire predictions connected with the concept of a black swan. So when they saw a black swan, there's all kinds of things saying, oh no, it's going to be disaster, disaster. Well, black swans are unforeseeable events over which you have no control, but which have a direct impact in your business. I know for me, September 11, 2001, for me, had a huge impact on my business in a negative way. It was something that was completely unforeseen. It wasn't in my plans, and it really put my business in a tailspin. And it took me a long time to get out of that. And if you were in business at that time, you probably experienced that too. It could be something in your personal life, an auto accident, death of a parent. It can be something on a regional or a national scale that happens. It could be something that's international. It can be the weather. It can be something that is unforeseen, out of your control, that can derail your project. But what we'll learn in the Power Circle productivity experience is how to make your project resilient, and so that you minimize the impact of these black swans. They will happen. The biggest reason why projects fail to succeed, it's because of an assumption that turns out to be false, or an unknown that wasn't planned for. So we're going to make your projects very resilient so that you can move forward no matter what is happening around you. And you can move forward no matter what is happening inside here too. It all comes back to the quality of your leadership capital, the foundation skills and systems. So I've told you what we're going to talk about during the Power Circle, but so what is it precisely? Why do I call it a Power Circle? Well, if you've read the book from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, you probably heard of the concept of a mastermind, a group of people coming together, deciding to align their forces to help each other move forward and create results. Well, I built on that a process. I called it a directed mastermind experience, where you get support from a coach and structure from a coach, but also you have the mastermind support from colleagues. So that's what the Power Circle is all about. Eventually, my hope is that after you go through the program with the people that you will be working with, that you'll continue on your own and you'll become a true mastermind. That's the vision and intention I have with your participation in the Power Circle experience. And I've divided it into two parts. There's a boot camp where you define your project, and then a mastermind where you execute your project. So I talk about the productivity boot camp and the productivity mastermind. In the boot camp, What you're doing is you're defining a project with a direct focus on making a quantum jump in your business results. So we're defining the project here. It's a 3-week process, quite intensive. We meet twice a week during the 3 weeks for a total of 6 sessions. And at the end of that, you have your project plan. It's not a thick document. It's about 2 or 3 pages, but these 2 or 3 pages are going to be crystal clear for you. They're going to have the path, the blueprint for the results that you want to create and how you're going to get there. Topics that we talk about during the productivity bootcamp. Session 1, a project is a dream with a delivery date. So we're going to look at what is a project, how is it structured, how are you going to structure your project plan. You're going to get the outline of a project plan that you start working on right away. Session 2, we're going to talk about staging your project, milestones to heartbeats. Heartbeats are the 1-hour task that you're going to do right at the beginning of the day that moves your project forward. Session 3, we're going to talk about systems, hauling mission control. So systems and measurements. Keep yourself on track so that you can feed back and adjust your plan as you go along. Session 4, the lizard and the tortoise. We're going to be talking about the monkey minds and the black swans and other menageries of animals that personify what can stop you in your project. And you're going to bring that thinking and integrate it into your project plan so that you can recognize when you're getting stuck. You're going to recognize when you're spinning your wheels, and you'll have a process to get out of it. Resourcing your project. Of course, we need to talk about the resources, people resources, financial resources, the skill resources that you need to move your project forward. And we put that in your plan. And then finally, session 6, you're going to present your project plan to everybody else in the group. And you're going to get feedback on it. And it's a way of saying, yes, I have a plan that works now. You're validating your plan. So a very intensive 3 weeks, but you're working on your business instead of in your business to create a project plan that works. Once you've completed the boot camp, then you can participate in the mastermind. And with the mastermind, it's all about executing your project with a direct focus on creating a quantum change in your business results. So a mastermind session is 12 weeks, so 1 session per week. And the deliverable is the results of your project. The way the mastermind works, it's actually a continuous process. So you can come in at any time during the mastermind, and you just follow for 12 weeks, and you will have completed the cycle. So it starts off with a self-directed learning module, going deeper into one of the aspects of executing a project. We have a weekly live meeting. You have a report to send to your coach and to your team before the meeting. And then we talk about it. We take a look. Are you moving forward or are you stuck? I call it the 3 light system. Green light, you're moving forward. Things are going great. You have some bandwidth to help the other people in your team. Yellow, you're moving forward, but you're having difficulty. Don't really have any extra time or resources to energy to help people in your team, but you're still moving forward. And then red, you're stopped, you need help. And so we'll look at what helps the green people move forward, what is stopping the red people from moving forward, and also helping the yellow people to, hey, what do we need to get unstuck so you can get from yellow to green? So green, yellow, red. I talk a lot about this in my coaching. I ask you, what color are you today? And it's a great way of thinking in your own mind. Are you moving forward or are you stuck? Am I on a green day, a yellow day, or a red day? And then finally, in between the meetings, there's buddy support. You'll be able to connect with the people in the mastermind. And it's interesting. You may find connections where you can work together with somebody, where you find your projects fit together really nicely. I've had people in the past in my power circles come together and say, wow, let's start a business with this. You know, their projects fit together so nicely that they launched together a new project, a new business. For other people, you'll find in the group, they may have the skills that you need to help move your project forward. So it's really neat. It is about bringing together the collected energy, wisdom, experience of the team to help you move forward in your project. So here are some of the topics in the self-learning series: your commitments, your resources, your environment, your tools, prototyping, engaging your tribe. I adjust the self-learning modules based on where the group is at the moment. But during the 12 weeks, you will cover these. All right, now, you probably want to get started. So how do you start? I'm doing 3 boot camps in the next 6 months: February, April, and June. February is to get started right away. April is to start planning and getting started in a project that will take you the spring and the summer to complete. And then June to help you plan your project that you're going to execute during the summer. And I love summers. They're the best time to execute a project because usually in most service businesses, your client demands, your client workload is sort of going down because people are taking vacation. That's the time to move forward with a project that gets you ready for September. So again, for the boot camps, 6 one-hour training sessions, live sessions via webinar, the same technology that we're using here. All of the learning resources are online. I have tons of text, audio, video. I'll refer you to books, all kinds of stuff. I'm well known for helping people be really connected to tons of information. It's going to take you many weeks after the boot camp to read it all, but that's okay because you'll still have access to it after the boot camp. You get recordings of all the sessions, so if you can't make it, no problem. Usually a couple of hours after the session, the recording is up. And you have access to me as a personal coach as you need it. And so that's a kind of a bonus that I offer to everybody who's involved in my group coaching programs. Then the mastermind starts March 17, and if you put it on your calendar, starts right after the first boot camp, every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern. And it's a continuous offering. We may go to once every other week during the summer, depending on the demand. I'll listen to the team, and it will really be based on your demand. 60 to 90-minute sessions, depending on the group size and the requirements. And if you sign up for the Productivity Mastermind and the bootcamp together, it's like a package. You get auditing privileges. So you can come back and redo the boot camp. You can continue in the mastermind and get support for as long as you want. There's no expiry date. And also you have personal on-demand coaching that's available. The investment. The whole program, bootcamp and mastermind, more than 20 hours of coaching, support, plus all the resources, plus the fact that you're executing on a project that will move your business forward. The retail value is $14.99 Canadian, which at this time is approximately the same US. We're approximately at parity. If you make it in a single payment, I give you a 33% discount. It's $9.99. Or you can do in 3 monthly payments, once every 4 weeks, and you still get a 25% discount. If you choose to go for the boot camp only, which is the 3-week, 6-hour program, single payment of $4.99. However, if you choose to upgrade to the full program anytime before the end of the boot camp, just pay the difference and you're in. So it's a great way to sort of try before you buy. Come in on the boot camp. You'll at least get a project plan you can execute on your own time. And if you find during the process that you want to upgrade and get continuous support so that you move forward and execute your program, we can make it happen. I have a special early bird offer. So if you're watching this before February 22nd, 2011, you can get the full program. So the full 15 weeks of support, I'm offering it to you for just $4.99, one-time payment. So basically, you get the boot camp and the mastermind for the same price as the boot camp. So imagine, in the next 15 weeks, you can radically transform your business. That's my intention in having you work with me for only $4.99. But you must register before the start of the first productivity bootcamp on February 22nd, 2011. This is the only time I'm going to offer this discount. It's a $1,000 discount, a 66% discount. I hope you take advantage of it. My hope is to see you on the bootcamp starting February 22nd, 2011. If you're listening to this video after February 22nd, 2011, no problem. You still have the other options that I mentioned earlier that are still very good prices to help you. If you want to do the program and money is an issue, don't let it stop you. Call me. We can make something work. What I really want to make sure is that you're moving forward in your business. And I really believe that you're going to find that you're going to get more than you bargained for in terms of the help, the support, the results you're going to create, the information you're going to get. I'm known for giving a lot to the people who decide to say yes and commit to the programs that I offer. If you want more information and also to register, the website is fromdreamtodone.com. Everything is there. All the information, detailed outlines of all of the sessions that we're going to do together. My commitment is very simple. When you fully participate in the Power Circle productivity experience, I want you to be able to increase your revenues by at least the amount that you've put on the table for your participation. And this within 12 months of the start of your participation. So that's what I write. My personal commitment, my personal intention is I want to make sure you get your money back within the period that you're working with me. That's what we're going to aim to do together. I want you to get 100% return on investment during the time we're together, especially if you take the full program, the productivity bootcamp and the mastermind. And no matter what happens, the knowledge and skills you develop will be with you forever. I want to make sure that you get a lot out of this process. So please, if you have any questions, contact me. Take a look at the website from dreamtodone.com. Call me up. Let's chat. I want to know, what are the ideas that you want to implement to make a quantum difference in your business right now? And together, let's define a project that you can execute and succeed at to make that difference. My name is Coach Devender. I really look forward to hearing from you. Call me, write me, visit the website. I'd love to see you in the Power Circle of Productivity experience. And together, we're going to make some results that will just rock your world. Thank you very much for listening to this video, and best wishes for your success as you create the future that you really want.